Toledo was undefeated in conference play, and they were 1 second away from beating Illinois until it was a last-second field goal. That was the only loss in their record against a Power 5 opponent. This Toledo team was one of the best Group 5 teams all year, and really they were just one bad quarter away, really. And they would have ended up winning the MAC as a whole until they lost to Miami, a team they beat in the regular season pretty convincingly so. And they go against the backup quarterback and they lose. This year, it's a little bit of a different story. It still be a strong team. This team will have over 6 wins. I think they'll get that a week or two before the end of the season, but they play Akron on the back end of that schedule. That could be a win for them. But this is a team I don't see winning the MAC again this year. With no West and no East in the MAC, it's hard for them to have that straightforward path of just being the best team in the West. They have to be the best or the second best team in the MAC as a whole. Now, you might be saying, hey, Dom, they were doing that the last 2 years. I don't think that's the case this year. Gleason, he's a good quarterback, but he's not Taquan Finn, who's now at Baylor. And Penny Boone is gone. And Stewart is now stepping up. And Stewart is a great running back for this team. The thing is, the offensive line, almost a complete overhaul on the offensive line. They're going to have issues with that. The running game that they've had so much success with last year, 2 years ago, it was up and down with Stewart. This year, who knows what will be, because last year was pretty good with Petty Boone. The offensive line got really good, especially later in the season. I don't know if that will be the case this year. With the new offensive line, it might take them a little bit to gel together. Sometimes out of camp, offensive line, a lot of different guards will rotate in, a lot of different tackles. The center who's making calls, they might not get used to it if it keeps changing. There might be some issues there if that keeps changing. Now, the defense, on the other hand, they do have some lead tacklers coming back. That front seven should be secure. They did lose Grant, who was their linebacker, to graduation as he's trying to enter the draft. So the linebacker situation, we'll see who's going to be that signal caller or who will be reading the signals coming out of camp. But that secondary, a lot of questions. Don't know what will happen there. This is a team I see going 7-6. A lot of people have them being the second best team or the third or the fourth best team. I have them being the fifth. And we'll reveal later on who those top teams are in what order. That's what I have right now. Toledo, it's going to be a tough year compared to the last 2 seasons.